is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I have a Cut to You design team project today. I am using the Floral Teacup Stack, which is one of the new releases for September, and y'all know my love for tea, and I thought this was just an absolutely gorgeous cut file. So I took a little time one evening and backed this cut file with the Storyteller collection, and it's my first time digging into it, and so I actually used a lot of the front like little papers, so a lot of those little lines are from that, and then I tried to use like front and back pieces of paper, and then the top one I made a huge shaker pocket, which is so fun, and it's backed in tissue paper, and I put tissue paper on the top of the cups, so it kind of looked like, you know, sometimes on the top of tea it looks like frothy, so I did that. I really like the look of backing a cut file with tissue paper. There are so many different things that you can actually back your cut files with. It doesn't have to be paper all the time, which is kind of exciting. So I had these two pieces of paper that I had gutted, and so I kind of toyed with each side of them as to what I was going to use to back my white paper, which is just cut down, I think, 1/4 of an inch on each side. And then I was planning on backing my photo with one of the insides of the papers so that I didn't have to dig into another piece of paper, which I know is completely ridiculous. It's just paper. And I have the like paper pack, so I actually have 2 pieces of each, but there's just something about a new collection, digging into them, that, you know, is a little tough. So I have since made a second layout, which actually you would have saw for the school hop, where I used the school Polaroid quad cut file, which is super awesome, so definitely check that out as well. And so I backed it in green, and here's where I'm trying to decide. I want a little mixed media on the back to make that teacup cut file like pop. So I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll do strips of these colors. And so I did it on a blank piece of paper, and I was like, oh no. So then what I did was I used the Distress inks, and I just put it on a blank piece of paper and put it under the cut file to kind of test it out. So if you're a little nervous about committing, you can do it on a separate piece of paper and just kind of put it underneath, and it works really well. So I decide to go ahead and use the Distress Oxide in Mustard Seed, and it's just going to do a little bit of a shadow behind the cut file, so that cut file really pops. I like the white background, but I still needed it to pop a little bit. Now, the top teacup has a yellow handle, so I decided to go with some pink spun sugar for the top so that it didn't blend in as well. So I just took a piece of pencil. No, I took a pencil and traced around it, so I kind of had an idea of where that cut file was going to be, and I love how that looks. I think it pops just perfectly. So I go ahead and glue everything down, including a doily behind my teacup, because doilies and tea I think go really well together. And then I pull my title. And these are just alphas from my stash, and it says 72 ounces a day because that is how much chai tea I drink in a day. So I make it myself. It's basically 2 cups in the morning and 2 cups in the afternoon, but they're 18-ounce cups. And they're really only made with 1 tea bag per cup. So I have two tea bags in the morning and 2 in the evening. So it sounds like a lot, and it's definitely a lot of fluid, but it's just delicious. Like I love the tea in the morning, and then there's something about coming home from work and having some afternoon tea to just kind of relax after a day. But when you actually look at it in ounces, that's a lot. It's not going to change anything by any means, because I'm still going to drink that much, but that is a true statement. So I thought I would document the amount versus my love of tea. So it doesn't take a ton of embellishing. I decided that upper area with the doily needed a little bit of embellishing, and then I decided to embellish just at the top of the cup a little bit, as well as adding that banner, because I love that banner. And then I have the wood buttons. I'm going to add those as well. I did put a little butterfly on my teacup, which that would really make me mad if if I had a butterfly land on my teacup. But since it's just a layout, I think it looks pretty, and it adds that pop of that navy. So I do a couple of puffy stickers, and then I am looking to see if there are any tiny word stickers that kind of go with what I am trying to convey. I don't believe... Oh, yes, I put one up here and it says my fave, which, yes, that is appropriate. And then I think the tab up there says love this. So that is kind of the finishing of my layout. I did use 2 sequin mixes, and I saved a little bit so that I could add a few sequins on the outside of my layout. And why I'm choosing to pick them up with my fingers, I have no idea. But for some reason, I'm picking them up with my fingers. Oh, I guess it only lasted for 2 sequins, because I was like, what am I doing? Like, this just doesn't work for me. I love my crystal katana. I think it's one of my absolute favorite tools ever. So I am going to get those sequins down. I am going to do some in that upper cluster, some by the title, and then I think that I'm going to add some at the bottom as well. Just to bring a little bit of sparkle down there, because there's so much sparkle at the top, especially with that shaker, that I just felt like a little bit needed to be at the bottom. So that is going to do it. I actually have another layout today on my channel about my love of tea as well. So two of them for you today. So here are a couple of close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this. I am so in love with this layout, and probably because it's cocoa vanilla, but these teacups, I have a feeling they're going to show up a few times in my scrapbooks because I absolutely love them. So head over to the Facebook group and Instagram and grab this for your cup of tea or coffee. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I love to chat with you. So remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you next time. Bye.